What's going on, guys? Welcome back. It's Hal. Today we're going to be going over the current King Mog event and what you should be buying. Alright, with all your training bokens. Now there's some cool stuff in here. A couple things you might overlook, but nothing too insane as far as like super hidden items that you don't want to throw away. But we'll go over everything just in case you need that opinion. So training bokens, you're going to be able to get a decent amount of them. There are a lot of bonus units for this event. You should be able to buy everything that you want in here. Now the first item we have here is the Robe. 15 defense, 20 magic, 42 spirit, 15,000. Alright, no added effects. JK, there is an added effect, but not really. 10% elemental resistance on everything. I'm going to pick this up. I suggest that you do 2, because 10% elemental resistance isn't the best thing ever, but it is 10% for everything. So maybe there's going to be like an earth or a wind or a water or a lightning monster. Any of these things that you need that last 10% for, because remember, going forward for a lot of the fights, for your magic tank, it's going to be a very good idea to hit 100% or even higher for different elemental resistances. So this Robe could help you very much when hitting 100% or higher for different elemental resistances, maybe even 2 or 3 at a time. It could be the last thing you need, so you don't want to pass it up in case you run into those fights, and based on the gear you have outside of the Robe might be something that will be the last puzzle piece for you to put that sort of a gear set together. Now the Gaia Ocarina, it's okay, it's a one-handed harp, keep that in mind. So if you have any units that want to dual wield like a harp plus like a staff or something, or a harp and a bow or whatever, because they get like different spirit bonuses and weapon bonuses, Gaia Ocarina could be good for you there. 10% MP, 42 spirits, decent. No elemental affinity here. It does have attack song, which is going to be a 40% attack buff while singing. You could maybe put this on a bonus unit for a King Mog. If you don't have any good bonus units, ones that can wear harps perhaps, and get a 40% attack buff song for your whole party. And that, pretty decent. You will be getting better one-handed harps for free in the future. From a 10-man trial, there's going to be the Gaia harp or something, I think it's going to be called. It's a tentative translation. It's a very strong harp. It's earth elemental one-handed harp. You get the normal version and like the actual reward version, the replica version. That's what I was looking for from the 10-man trial, because it's 10 man, so you beat the easy mode, get the trial Gaia harp, and then beat the full version, get the actual Gaia harp, if that's what it's going to be called over here. Now we have Knight's Hope, Mage's Hope. These are only good if you're pretty new to the game. Pretty decent. 10% attack defense on the Knight's Hope, 10% magic spirit. I do believe that's all they do. There's no like hidden effect or anything like that. So if you're brand new to the game, you need some bonus stats for your characters, picking them up. They're relatively cheap. If you don't need it, don't buy it. Okay, that's simple. Pretty decent for expedition units, but that's about it. Now dual wield is here. This is dual wield, normal dual wield. Equip 2 of any one-handed weapon. Buy this item. You can almost never have too many dual wields, so pick this up. This is going to be a fantastic, I'm going to say that word right now, fantastic thing to get here. This is a TMR actually from Zidane, however you want to pronounce it. If you're a new player, rejoice, because this is absolutely amazing. Buy it, dual wield some weapons, blow some monsters up. Then obviously buy the tickets here, rare summon tickets, guaranteed 4-star tickets, buy them all, okay? And then we have the Trust Mules here. We have Azure Crimson Soul, Sage of Mysidia, Hairpin of Purity, so Fina, Sakura, and Last Will's TMR, all pretty decent. Not worth the cost. The only reason you want to pick one of these up is to put it into potentially a TMR Trust Mule container. If you don't know what that is, there should be a video out on it, or maybe I'll make one for the 7 stars in the Super TMR video, probably attached to that. I don't think I have a Trust Mastery Moogle container, even though we've gone over it quite a few times. But basically, you're going to be able to use a container to get any TMR, even if you don't own the unit. But they're really hard to get, and we won't get them for a while. We'll get them a little bit easier over time, but when they first come out, good luck getting them. So 80k, probably save it, put it in your pocket. Now we have Katana Mastery, Matched Crest, Riku's Pouch, all good TMRs. 8,000's not too expensive. You could be flooding yourself in training bokens due to the amount of bonus units that are available to you in this event. So if you want to finish Katana Mastery or a Matched Crest or a Riku's Pouch, then definitely go ahead and buy these. 10% for 16k. Not the greatest thing ever, but you can get up to 40k training boken depending on how many percent bonus units you have. So maybe to finish something off as far as one of those TMRs. Then we have a Hiyomoto Trick Hat Ignorance, very cheap, 500. I'd buy all of them except for maybe the trick hat. Maybe you have a better hat. If you don't have a better hat than trick hat for your mages, then buy the trick hat one. Ignorance is going to be a very good TMR going forward for a lot of limit burst based builds. You know, notably CG Nicole, CG Lid have LB builds like that. Trust builds and like Rams and stuff would want ignorance on there, so that's fantastic. Hiyomoto is an ice elemental katana, so go ahead and buy that. It's going to be useful to you every once in a while. 10% trust Magul. If you hit yourself with 30k, definitely buy this. The 1%er is not generally worth it. This is 30,000 trading tokens for 10%. This is 50,000 for 5%, so pretty bad there. Mini burst pots, maybe if you want to buy them. Okay, DL, keep it on the DL. You're trying to level up some limit bursts, get them. They're very expensive though, not generally worth it. This is going to give you a minor EXP, but if you need some limit bursts, get them. I would suggest though, if you are going to buy them, if you want to save the XP that you'll get for the mini bursts, wait until we get 3.0. I would believe that we'll get the 3.0 update before this King Mog event ends. At least the trade-in, because we get like what, 3 more weeks to trade in items. So maybe wait until you can combine stat pots and metal gigantars and stuff before you buy the burst pots and the metal gigantars to save inventory space, so you just combine them all together by the time the 3.0 update hits. Then after that, we just have the traditional remedies, all of the other items. Buy your star quartz. Who knows what we'll get in the future? As long as you have access to them, buy them. I mean, I'm sitting on like 700 and something. I haven't used them in forever. I'm still going to keep accruing them because star quartz is something you can get relatively easily over time, but they're nigh impossible to mass farm super quickly. So it's better to be more safe than sorry, I would say, going forward, because, you know, if they come out with a couple really good star quartz items for 300 each, back to back, you're going to be needing 600 star quartz, and if you've been neglecting to buy your star quartz, you're going to be having a rough, tough time. Outside of that, there's awakening materials here. 4-star, 5-star, 6-star awakening materials. Buy them all up, you know, outside of the 550s like usual. And then G and Crysts are even worth less now, in my opinion. Pure Crysts as well, due to the new way that we're going to be getting story update missions. Not like the main story update missions, but the ones that allow you to farm the Crysts, update your abilities. If you were here for the CG Nicole one, that is going to be the new standard, I do believe, for how every single one of those story missions is going to go down. The bonus areas are going to be for single elemental Crysts. You can get GN Crysts from there, you can get pure Crysts from them at 2 if you're lucky. So they're even better to farm than before, and that's how every story update mission should be going for that sort of event style. So definitely don't buy them now. I suggested not to before, but probably not now, period, because they're so much easier to farm than they were before. So if you found this stuff interesting, it's pretty short, buy that Wield. Make sure you get all the general stuff, maybe the trust moves if you're working on some of those things. Save your tickets up for a boy Awakened Rain. I know I am. Whew, he's gonna be good. So if you want to see some Awakened Rain, we did a sneak peek on Awakened Rain, who should be coming out in 2-3 weeks is my best guess from now. And then we also did like a sneak peek on, I believe he's going to be called Vagrant Knight Rain. And global, I think he was called Wandering Rain, and JP, who's a free unit that we'll be getting as a login reward. 5-star base, 6-star max, free unit. Pretty cool for you guys. Check that stuff out for sure. I will be also releasing, I think, like an advanced unit guide for the other 5 CG units that I've never covered. CG Nicole's is out as well if you want to check that out. It's called You're Doing It Wrong, CG Nicole, because he's not just a bard. Okay, he's not a bard. He's an everything man. But we'll be doing Lid, Sakura, Fina, Jake, and Lastwell. I think of the other 5. I think I nailed them. I got those names right. But if you want to see that kind of stuff, future content, go ahead, hit that sub button so you get the notifications of when that content is released. Make sure you have the notification set to like all instead of like sometimes or never. I don't know, it randomly changes. So make sure if you want to see the stuff, you set it up so you can see it. Previous content is in the playlist section. Thanks for your support, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.